Hi guys, my name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome all subscribers, welcome new. If you like my videos, please press the like button. Please do subscribe. Today is Monday morning. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning, and happy birthday to McDonald's, which first opened on this day in 1940. Did you know, the original mascot wasn't Ronald, but a hamburger with a chef hat called Speedy? I guess he couldn't handle the heat and got out of the kitchen.
Okay, everyone loves a McDonald's. Happy birthday to McDonald's. I'm afraid I'm not going to be having a hamburger today though. Right, Alexa, famous birthdays.
Today's famous birthdays include daughter of Princess Anne and Olympic equestrian Zara Tindall, English musician, composer, record producer and visual artist Brian Eno, British tennis player Andy Murray, English musician, multi-instrumentalist Mike Oldfield, and American film producer Christopher Meledandri.
Wow, got a lot of birthdays today, haven't we, Max? Hang on, the phone's going off. Hello, Mum.
Hello there, how are you? I phoned you earlier on and your voicemail was on. I was worried again.
No, I get up late, that's all.
That's alright. Oh, and you're coming up?
I'm going to try to, Mum, yes.
Yeah, oh, lovely. You know, I wasn't very well yesterday. I've been quite truthful with Esther.
No, Mum.
I just sat about, you know, you could tell by my breathing and that, couldn't you?
Yes, did you have a nice birthday, though?
And they nice and quiet. I wanted it. Thank you very much indeed. And I got your card. I told you that, didn't I? Yes.
Did Sue come and see you yesterday?
Yeah, she came round in the morning. And you were all right there. You didn't know I've got someone just coming in and
That's
going
right.
out, you know, that's it. But other than that, I missed you, Ness.
Okay, Mum.
I really did. You know, I did it to both of us, you know.
Yes.
Some days you never know with the taxes, do you?
Well, it's not that, Mum. It was your birthday, you know.
Well, yeah, anyway. I miss you.
Okay, Mum.
Okay, we'll have to sort something out with Rochester's getting bad, isn't it?
Why do you say that?
Something on the television. You'll listen, you know, if you listen to the news, you'll probably get, I won't just thinking, I don't want to worry you or anything like that.
No, just tell me, what was it, Mum?
Apparently someone murdered someone in Rochester on that Saturday morning.
Whereabouts? Do you know? What part
No,
of?
I don't know, and then there was something, I don't know where, it's a Star Hill where in Rochester.
Yes, there is a Star Hill.
It's something in Rochester. I didn't quite catch it, but I told you because you do like to listen out, so you've got more proof and then you want to move out. You have to with your people, yeah?
Okay, Mum.
So that's all right. So you wanted to hear that. I don't know whether it's killing or whatever, but in Rochester, which is that very unusual,
Yeah.
because for Rochester to crop up, isn't it?
Why
On
don't?
the television.
No, there was a murder when I first moved in. Someone was murdered in the Travel Lodge.
Oh my God. Anyway, so you take care.
Yeah.
And you'll be you want to be up to you as usual about 12, yeah?
Yes, please.
About 12 o'clock.
Yes.
Bring your washing, won't you?
Okay, Mum.
Bring your washing and you got your hair gel and that. You got your bit of money as well. Okay.
Okay, Mum.
I'm thinking of you then.
All right, Mum.
Do you know I'll tell you, I got five cards,
5. That's good.
including yours.
So was that neighbours? Was it?
No, just Karen, yeah, always. And she did that, didn't she?
So you got one from Karen, one from me. You must have got one from the neighbours, though. Other neighbours.
Sue.
Sue, yeah.
And Malcolm and Linda.
Oh, your brother. That's good.
No message or anything, just on the card. You can have a look at them when you come up. All
Okay.
right, then, Ness?
Okay,
I
Mum.
look forward to seeing you about 12 then. I'll give you a ring as usual before I ring. I won't keep ringing you because you like to get things done so you have to go home to it, don't you?
That's right, Mum.
Right. So I'll give you a phone call when I'm home to your taxi, all right?
Okay, Mum.
Now, so I don't know how do I come in or whatever.
Just do what you normally do or what you want.
What do you want me to do?
Mum, I don't mind. You do what you like. It's
No, but the last time I went out, you paid.
yeah, I know. You could come out this time if you want to.
Okay, all right then, Janessa. Look forward to seeing you. I'll give you a ring before I bug the taxi.
Okay, Mum.
Take care. It's lovely to hear from you. It'll be good to see you.
Okay, Mum. All right, Mum.
Bye for now.
Bye. Bye. Goodness. Oh wow. So that was interesting, wasn't it? Well, there's a couple of things here, right? I'm of an anxious, nervous disposition, and I've just been told there was a murder in Rochester, Star Hill. The taxi goes past there. So when I get the taxi today, the taxi's going to go past Star Hill. But that's quite right. A few months after moving in here, someone got killed in the travel lodge. The Medway towns are rife with crime. They just are. Drugs, murders. It's just a den of iniquity. It's awful. I've been trying to get out of the Medway Towns area. I only intended to stay a couple of weeks and go back to Gloucestershire. Now I'm stuck down there. Been stuck down there for 12 years, trying to get back to where I came from, which was Gloucester. Gloucestershire. Right, where was I? Alexa, the time please.
The time is 9:12 a.m.
Alexa, the date. Alexa, what is the date today?
It's Monday the 15th of May.
Alexa, what's the weather like?
In Rochester, it's 10 degrees Celsius with cloudy skies. Today, you can expect showers, with a high of 15 degrees and a low of 4 degrees.
Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
I've recently started to learn about the history of chessboards. It seems they have quite the checkered past.
Right, guys, what I was going to say is my mum says to me that I hog all the attention and that, everybody, it's in her head. Because I think I got 2 birthday cards this year and they were both from my mother. My son's card came later on. So my mum has in fact got more cards than I got for her birthday. Someone came in to see her twice on her birthday. It wasn't so much my birthday last year, it was Christmas and New Year that was awful. My electricity got cut off and I was left by myself. But I dealt with it. I had to go out New Year's Eve and put money on my electricity meter because I've got a pay-as-you-go meter, and if it runs out it just switches all the electricity off. And of course it had switched the internet off. So I couldn't top up my phone on my mobile because the electricity had gone right off. So I had to walk all the way to Rochester High Street and fortunately the post office was open New Year's Eve. But all these things are in my mum's head. They're in her head. It's in her head. She's got a lot more going for her and a lot more popularity than myself. And I get sometimes savagely attacked. And I can go for weeks without speaking to one person and no one comes in here and checks if I'm okay. Right, where were we? Yes, it is Monday. Last night I went out. I went out for a walk. And I've been told to keep safe. So I'm keeping safe. I am not telling people where actually-abouts I'm going, what I'm doing, and I'm not mentioning people that other people would recognise and then say, right, oh, she's been there. Right? Because I've been told to keep safe. So we just say that last night I went out with Max as usual, in the evening, and I went around the field, and there were some lovely boats which I took photographs of. So if you're interested in my Facebook, which is Crystal Alice Marshall, I've got some lovely pictures of boats. I took pictures of some boats. Absolutely gorgeous. The one was called Edith May. Lovely brown boat with lovely brown and white sails. It was gorgeous. And then there was another boat, a blue and white boat that passed that when the sun was shining on the water. It was glorious last night, walking around the field with my dog, completely on my own, minding my own business, which I'm doing. I must say it's difficult to describe where you are and what you're doing without naming places, but I mean, safety is paramount here. It's paramount, so there we are. So my mum wanted to tell me that someone had been murdered, apparently near Star Hill, because that maybe will help me move out. I'm afraid crime is prolific everywhere, especially in London. There's murders in London. When I went up with my son to see Princess Diana's statue, someone was shot dead. I'm afraid this is life in 2020, in the 2020s. I went up to London, came back and found out that someone had been shot dead the day I went up to London. It's everywhere. Wherever you move, it's everywhere. There's drugs, waft of cannabis, marijuana, everywhere. You can't stop it because there is no policing. There are no police. And to be honest, quite honest with you, the only time I see police round here is when they're going in the co-op to get a coffee. They come out with a snack and a coffee, go and sit in their van and then drive off. You very rarely see police patrolling the streets. You go around to the station, there's bikes been dismantled. You can't leave a bike for 2 minutes before it's broken to bits. I go outside at night and I take a panic alarm. I've got my panic alarm. You've got people sat down on benches smoking drugs. You walk past them, they're giggling. They ain't laughing at you, they're giggling because they're high as kites on drugs. They all are. They were using balloons to put those oxygen canisters in and then sniff it. And balloons, you never had that when I was a little girl. Balloons were a decoration you hung on the ceiling at Christmas and birthdays. Take something innocent, turn it into something nasty, don't they? So the sun's out, it's lovely, but wherever you go, you've got to be wary of crimes being committed. Someone coming up to you might not be innocent. It might not be. You have to judge for yourself. Someone coming up to you and asking you for the time or a cigarette they might have underhand tactics. They might have noticed that you've got money in your handbag, something in your back pocket, and they're after it. This is life in the 2020s, I'm afraid. I keep myself to myself. I've been married, I've had children, I've had various small relationships afterwards, and you find that people want to use you. They want to use you, right? It starts okay for a couple of weeks, and then it's, what can I get out of her? I've had enough of this. So I like to be on my own, and if I ever do get with someone again, I want them to have their own place. I don't mind how small it is, whatever. Not interested in money, but I don't want them in my flat. I don't want them in my flat, and I don't want to take over their life either. They can have their separate life. I can have my separate life. etc., etc., until I've known them for at least 6 months. Because another mistake is moving someone into your flat I mean, you meet someone on the field. Oh, where do you live? Oh, you live in a nice flat. Next thing you know, they're in your flat taking over it. I've had this before. And then they pack in their flat, they move into yours, and then they cause disturbance and disruption in your flat and could cause you to lose your flat. So basically, I like being by myself. I like my own space, and I don't want anyone invading it, taking over, taking my things and telling me what to do. If I was in my 20s, yes, I'd want to start a family. I'd want to get together with someone. But I've been there and I've done that. I'm older, I know what I want, and if I can't get it, forget it. I'm not interested. I can, as a single person, you can go out and mix with people, but you don't, you know what I mean? You can have an avid life. You can go out, you can go to clubs, you can listen to music, you can go outside and join in picnics. And I went out to the Sweeps Festival and I stood in the street. There was hundreds of people down the street. So you can have a social life without having to tie yourself down to someone. Also, being single, guys, doesn't mean that you have to sleep around. You can still have a steady bloke or a steady girlfriend, but you don't, or someone that you see occasionally, but you don't have to sleep around with loads of other people. And you can have a life without them being stuck down to you. That's all I'm saying. Because relationships break down, and if you move someone in too fast and don't know their habits, even simple things like not putting the top on the toothpaste can cause arguments and turn something really tiny into something really dramatic. So I like it as I am now. I realise that. Obviously, everyone likes to have some company at some point. But it doesn't mean you have to sleep with someone either. You can meet someone and have a chat. It doesn't mean you have to bring them back and sleep with them, does it? And no, meet someone in a place that you normally go to. No drink, no drugs. Because drugs and drink can make someone that's not so appealing feel like a prince or a princess. If you've been drinking, this has happened to me in the past as well. If you've been drinking or you've taken drugs or you know you're a bit too merry and you meet someone and you don't see them when you're stone cold sober, right, you don't pick up their vibes, you don't pick up their personality, you don't pick up what they look like, if they take care of themselves, if they're hygienic, and you can make mistakes. So meet someone stone cold sober and see them for what they are, right? And, you know, I'm not saying that I want someone that's got loads of money or they've got a car. I'm not saying that, but find out who you're meeting. Cars don't impress me. Cars don't. So speeding fast cars don't impress me. They don't impress me at all. I mean, if you want to speed, and I like watching Tokyo Drift and films like that. I like Formula One. But in real life, speeding down the road is dangerous. You know, speeding, racing each other is dangerous. How many young men have been killed racing down streets, trying to race each other? I just want to meet, if I do meet someone, I want to meet someone normal. Of course I would like a good time. I'd like to go dancing. I'd like to have a nice meal out, go dancing. But I don't want someone that's a liar, that's gonna take me out and he's got a girlfriend, he's got a wife in the background. I've been so many times I've been conned that I'd rather be on my own, to be honest. A married man, 99.9% of the time, is not going to leave his wife. No, he's not. He's going to go back to his wife. And you're there all day in your flat waiting for a married man to come and see you, and he's going to spend all his time with his wife and his kids. He's going to go on holiday with his wife. He's going to spend time with her on her birthday, but he's not going to spend time with you on your birthday. So I would advise women to not date a married man in any circumstances, not if they think they're going to get attached to them, because you get treated like shit. They always go back to their wife. All the time. And then you have to ask yourself, why were they looking for other women when they were married? Because don't they married men always say the same thing? Oh, she won't give me sex. Everything else is all right. She cooks, she cleans, but so they're coming to you for sex. Whenever they can't get their sex with their wife, they're coming to you. So you feel like a dirt rag, The only time they come to you is when they want to have sex. That's it. So yeah, I'm happy by myself, and there's nothing now. There's no annoyances, because I think whoever it was has got the message finally. I think they actually have. So guys, the sun is out. My cat's on the balcony lounging, and I'm going to get on with my day. See you later.